Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making chicken scampi. Alright, I'm starting out here. I have 3 chicken breasts that I cut in half to make them thinner, so now I have 6. I'm going to start by seasoning with some salt and pepper. And you want to season your chicken well, because you want it to be tasting good. Some pepper. A little bit of garlic powder. And a little bit of onion powder. Now I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to season the other side the exact same way. Alright, in a large skillet I have preheating, I'm going to put in about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm going to add in 4 tablespoons of butter. And what that olive oil is just going to fortify this butter so it doesn't scorch. Get that down in there. And my butter is frozen because I keep it in the freezer so we don't go through it too quick. I'm going to go ahead and melt that down in this skillet. Alright, now that my butter's pretty much melted in the olive oil, I have some flour here. I seasoned it the same way I did with the chicken, with the same seasonings. I'm going to take my chicken and just dip it into the flour. Get a light coating on it. And we're going to get it down into the oil and butter. I'm going to fry it for about 4 or 5 minutes per side until it's golden brown and it's cooked through. We don't want to eat raw chicken. Alright, now that my chicken's done and I pulled it out and set it aside, you can see it there off the edge of the shot there. I turned my heat down to low. I have an onion here I diced up fine. I'm going to get that in there and get that sauteing in there until it starts to soften up. Alright, and I can see how nice and beautiful my onion got from the bits in the bottom of the pan. And that's only been a few minutes they've been in there. I'm going to add in some garlic. Here you go. Spoon or fork. And I'm using a pre-diced stuff. If you use fresh, put that in when you put the onion in, because that's going to take a minute longer to cook. And I'm putting the equivalent of about 3 cloves of garlic in there. And this is only going to take a minute. That's why I added it in late in the game, because we don't want it to scorch. Like I said, if this was fresh garlic, it would have went in with the onion. Give that a stir. And I'm working up them bits on the bottom of the pan. Now, if you don't use a non-stick pan for this, you might want to deglaze this with a little bit of chicken broth. But since this is non-stick, this is not necessary. Now I'm going to add in some heavy cream. We're going to make a nice sauce for that chicken. Get this up. I'm going to add in 2 cups of heavy cream. Now the reason I'm using so much is because I made rice to serve this over and we want enough for everybody to have sauce over their rice. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt in. And I'm going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. We already have garlic and onion there, so we don't need onion powder or garlic powder. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning in here. And I'm going to allow this to come up to a gentle boil. And I'm going to allow it to boil just for a few minutes until it starts to thicken up into a sauce. Right now they let my sauce go for a few minutes and I allowed it to thicken. I'm going to nestle my chicken back down on the sauce. Get this good and coat it. And to warm up the chicken if it cooled off a little bit. And like I said, you just want to nestle your chicken down in there. And guys, we use chicken breast for recipe. Cut them in half because you see how nice and hearty these sizes are. A whole chicken breast is just too much of a serving for one person. This is ready to go, guys. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Went ahead and served this over with some white rice and I garnished it with some parsley. Get here and try this. Now this would also be good served over like rice-a-roni or something like that. See, my chicken's done. It's nice and juicy. Chicken's juicy, tender, well seasoned. Get some of this rice with that sauce. Sauce is creamy, garlicky. Guys, that's really delicious. It really wasn't that hard at all. Chicken scampi. Thanks for watching and supporting me. Remember, love what you eat and eat what you love.